Freedom's turning point. 4. The Emancipation Proclamation and its impact. By the end of 1862, the war had already claimed tens of thousands of lives, yet its political and moral dimensions were still evolving. Initially, President Abraham Lincoln had framed the conflict as a struggle to preserve the Union rather than to abolish slavery. However, the stalemate on the battlefield and the need to weaken the Confederacy pushed Lincoln to take a decisive step. On September 22, 1862, following the Union's strategic check at the Battle of Antietam, Lincoln issued the preliminary Emancipation Proclamation. This declaration announced that as of January 1, 1863, all enslaved people in states in rebellion against the United States would be forever free. The proclamation had several crucial effects. 1. Moral transformation of the war. The Union's cause was no longer only about preserving the United States. It became a fight for human freedom, giving the North a higher moral ground. 2. Diplomatic consequences. By making the war about slavery, Lincoln effectively blocked the possibility of European powers, particularly Britain and France, intervening on behalf of the Confederacy. Both nations had already abolished slavery, and public opinion in Europe strongly opposed it. Supporting the South would now mean backing slavery, which was politically unacceptable. 3. Impact on enslaved people. Although the proclamation did not immediately free all enslaved people, it applied only to Confederate-controlled areas, not to loyal border states. It sent a powerful message. Wherever Union troops advanced, enslaved men, women, and children fled plantations and sought refuge behind Union lines. 4. African American troops. The proclamation opened the door for the enlistment of African American soldiers in the Union Army. By the end of the war, nearly 200,000 black men had served in the Union's armed forces, demonstrating immense courage and helping to turn the tide in favor of the North. Despite its limitations, the Emancipation Proclamation was a turning point. It did not end slavery immediately, that would require the 13th Amendment in 1865, but it fundamentally shifted the nature of the conflict. The year 1863 brought further challenges. In July, the Confederacy scored a victory at the Battle of Chancellorsville, where General Robert E. Lee once again outmaneuvered Union forces. However, the South suffered a devastating loss with the death of Stonewall Jackson, mortally wounded by friendly fire. That same summer, the war reached a decisive moment at the Battle of Gettysburg, fought from July 1 to 3, 1863 in Pennsylvania. It was Lee's second invasion of the North, but this time the Union Army, under General George G. Meade, stood firm. The battle resulted in more than 50,000 casualties, making it the bloodiest engagement of the war. Lee's defeat forced him to retreat to Virginia, ending Confederate hopes of gaining foreign recognition or achieving a decisive victory on Union soil.